It is an issue we've been tracking for more than a year. Kids with guns shooting indiscriminately. Innocent lives often caught in the crossfire. And now there's a theory about the reason for this disturbing trend.
Looking at kids in CMSD and then looking at their past lead exposure and linking that to juvenile court records.
Lead in Cleveland, another problem we've been tracking. It begs the question for some, are the two connected?
As we said, we've reported for years about the alarming number of kids with lead poisoning in Cleveland.
And now researchers at Case Western want to find out if we can blame that lead poisoning for juvenile delinquency. From your side, investigator Joe Paganak is digging into the issue. But Joe, no matter what this study finds, parents want to see more action on lead.
And Danita, an estimate by the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland says there may be as many as 50,000 homes exposing the lead risk to children, and there may be a relationship between lead and juvenile issues in these children later in life.
This is not my baby. Like, he was always so good and calm.
We've shown you the mothers like Jennifer Elkins, whose young children are suffering the effects of lead paint poisoning.
I didn't know that was just the beginning of a lifetime of possible problems.
Tonight I spoke with Robin Brown, her daughter dealing with hyperactivity due to lead poisoning. Brown says despite the Cleveland-Cuyahoga Lead Safe Coalition, much more needs to be done to protect Northeast Ohio children. That lead poisoning is hitting Cleveland's poorest neighborhoods the hardest, and that a grassroots effort is needed neighborhood by neighborhood.
If we continue to do nothing or very little on this, we're going to pay the price on the back end for services to these kids.
A Case Western Reserve University study showing some Cleveland kindergartens have 40 to 45% of their students showing lead paint poisoning trauma, and is now turning its focus to correlating lead poisoning to problems these children have in the juvenile justice system later in life.
Looking at kids in CMSD and then looking at their past lead exposure and linking that to juvenile court records.
What do you say to a mom that says there's not enough being done?
We have to say to that mother that we hear her.
Cleveland Councilman Blaine Murphy is leading the charge through the Lead Safe Coalition and agrees more funding and enforcement is needed on landlords who are delinquent in mitigating the lead hazard in their units.
We cannot allow ourselves to continue to kick this can down the table. We have to do something now. And I hear that mother's pain. I hear that mother's voice. That's the reason why we're so passionate about what we're doing.
And the Lead Safe Coalition here at City Hall is trying to raise both public and private dollars to fund its effort. A progress report on that effort expected at its next meeting coming up on April 12th. Reporting live here in Cleveland, I'm 5 on your side investigator Joe Paganak.